Welcome back. It's your preview show for the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championship. RacerXOnline.com's Jason Wygant and Steve Mathis here at the DMXS Radio Studios here in Georgia, the original and still best live motocross internet radio show.
Thank you for that.
Today we're talking about the freshmen, the rookies in the 450 division. They lit it up last year on 250s. Ken Roczen and Eli Tomac. What is it like for them to join the big boys in the big class this year? Here's a clip of them in their first day at the test track.
Welcome, freshmen, to Montclair High School. This year, this class is special because this year, this class is challenged.
Oh, great.
How come it's so big? Are you gonna be late? Why does everyone look older than you?
Do you have a pass?
Oh, I'm looking for my homeroom.
I need your pass.
I'm new here.
I need your pass.
Can't you go in the right direction? How come you don't know what to do?
Welcome to Agronomy 2.
Whoops.
By the end of the day, you're finding your place, learning the ropes, learning the pace. Time to get away to our place for the good time, great days.
50 pages tonight? Oh, great.
The good time, great days.
Tomorrow will be better.
You mean we gotta go back?
Of McDonald's.
Okay, so hopefully it goes a little better for them now that they've learned the ropes.
Yeah.
You were really excited about Eli Tomac. You were, but now we have some bad news.
My predictions are just never that good. I mean, sometimes they are.
You're practically cursing guys.
Yeah. I mean, Kyle Peters, I was on that last year. I was on
saw
Kyle
something
Peters.
special.
Yeah, I did.
He got a podium.
I did. And Filthy Phil has certainly worked out for me. I've had some hits, but, God, there's a lot of misses. But I was calling this 2014 the Summer of Eli. Very high on Eli Tomac's outdoor chances.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we got some news. Eli broke his collarbone. He's going to miss, I would say, at least the first two, maybe more. So we'll see what happens. But when Eli comes back, I think he's going to be great. He's going to be behind the 8 ball a little bit outdoors. It doesn't come easy. The racing's a lot different from practicing.
Yeah.
But I like Eli. Look, last year he fought Ken Roczen down to the end for it. But by the end, he was better. He was stronger than Roczen. He was good. He's taller guy. He hangs off the back of his bike. I think his outdoor skills are on point. I think he's figured out that factory Honda a little bit more. I think he's good. If he hadn't gotten hurt, I was very high on his chances. Getting hurt certainly takes the wind out of his sails a little bit, but still, I'm impressed with him.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that he's probably not going to make all the motos, which essentially eliminates him from championship contention before it even starts. Collarbones, you never know what you're going to get. His break was fairly simple, but they don't think he's going to be able to be healed up in time to race Glen Helen. But I would not totally rule out that he swings a leg over a bike 2 days before it and says, you know what, I can go 10-10 and get some points. I wouldn't totally rule that out.
Glen Helen's pretty smooth.
Yeah, but they've quickly tried to squelch that and pretty much made it clear that don't expect that to happen, but you never know until they actually line up. So let's talk about Ken Roczen here a little bit. Yes, it's true. Roczen wore down big time last year in the 250 class. Started the year out spectacularly, was good but not quite as good at the end. It's a different Ken Roczen this year. We've seen how well he rides that 450 for starters in Supercross. But as far as the fitness that people used to wonder, did he have the full commitment? No questioning that any longer, that he has Alden Baker, and he's obviously in great shape. But now it's a different thing we're worried about. Is there too much work? Is he starting to wear down, not from not being in shape, but from training so much and learning the ropes of racing a full year indoors? He wasn't the same rider, again, late in Supercross that he was at the beginning.
Yeah, it's hard to see. He still ended up getting third in the points, passing James Stewart. Good for him. You're no doubt, though, that as the season went on, he slacked off a little bit from where he was.
Yeah, it was like from A+ to A.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's no doubting, like I said before, no one wants to be the crappiest guy on the team. He's going to be with Ryan Dungey, who we're saying is probably the favorite. So Kenny's going to have a lot to prove this summer on the bike, on the bigger bike. I thought his riding style, the way he rides, he's more suited to the smaller bike, and that's why he's had success on the 350 when he's jumped into the Supercross. But, man, he sure surprised us on the 450 this year. I don't see the same brilliance, though, outdoors for Kenny this summer. I don't. I really don't. Still very good, still very strong, everything else. Going to a new team next year, contract's done, wore down a little bit at the end of Supercross. Solid guy, awesome guy, but I don't see the same brilliance. I really don't. I think our guy Eli Tomac, who we just talked about.
Yeah, that's who you were high on.
I think Tomac beats him.
We're going to get USADA to test you.
Yeah.
You're so high coming into this.
Hopefully they don't test positive for gravy.
I disagree on Roczen only with, I think the riding style is well suited to the 450. Here's the classic motocross argument that never gets settled.
Yeah.
Some people believe that when you're really aggressive, that helps you on the 450 because you're a guy that's used to manhandling a bike and you can handle a big bike and you know how to wrestle a machine. Other people say when you're a smoother guy, that helps you to control the larger bike. Roczen is a guy who's actually, for how young he is known for picking good lines and riding smart and having good racecraft. He doesn't rev the bike out a lot. I think that's actually well suited to the big bike. I still agree that until we see him be stronger than Tomac for an outdoor season, which we haven't seen yet, I would still favor Tomac. I think Roczen's riding style is good for the 450, but I still think you're right. I don't think you're going to see quite the same brilliance like we saw beating Ryan Villapoto straight up in Atlanta, winning the opener, and Anaheim won.
So we agree.
Yeah, different methods to get to the same answer.
What do you think our guy in Boise thinks?
Yeah, let's find out what he thinks of these guys. And this is the real question that I want to know to get answered from you, JT. Setting the bike up on the 450, you hear so much talk about it these days. How much more of a factor is that, learning the motorcycle when you're at this level in the 450 class, than what those guys were doing last year?
So the two rookies, Eli Tomac and Ken Roczen, will be moving to the 450 for the first time in the outdoor series. My opinion on this is it's a big move. Outdoors is a much different ballgame than Supercross as far as setting your motorcycle up. Just so many more bumps and conditions to deal with. And I'm not really sure if Eli's totally there on bike setup yet. I know Roczen hasn't been as vocal about some of the problems as Eli has, so it's something to watch. Dungey's been down this road with the same motorcycle for a while now, so I'm sure testing-wise they'll have some settings to go to for Roczen. Obviously Tomac's your 250 champion last year, and Roczen was with him the whole way. So I know both of them are looking to win races and probably vie for a title. So it's going to be interesting to watch them go through this learning process of setting up a 450 for the first time in an outdoor setting and going to all these new tracks where you're going to sand and hard pack and sand whoops and a hard pack where you're looking for more traction and all these different basically setups that you have to kind of master week to week. So just one more element that makes the outdoors great, the growing up that these guys have to do as they become champions.
That's what JT thinks. That's what we think. Those are the rookies, and we're going to talk about a couple wild cards on the 450 class when we come back, and then, of course, switch to the 250. So keep on watching, kids.
Don't forget, DMXS Radio Wednesday nights.
Original and still best.